Welcome back, everybody, to the Maybaum New Homes Blueprint. We are so excited to have another episode. As a reminder, we are going to be bringing you guys all of the great information on Maybaum neighborhoods, what's coming, what's already on the ground, new phases, new builder information, price points, things that you cannot get anywhere else. We have realized that we've got these great agents and they work really well with the clients that come in and that they're able to connect with. But for those of you that have not visited one of our sites, we want to begin to tell you guys a little bit more about our process, why these neighborhoods are chosen, and then what makes them so unique and special. So today I'm super excited to have two guests with us from Miller Landing. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Neil, why don't you kick us off?
I'm Neil Grice. I am a VP and realtor in the Aiken office and part of New Homes division. I grew up in Augusta. I've been in real estate roughly about 21 years.
Okay, you're legal.
I'm
legal and ready to serve. I like it. All right, Lisa. You got more?
No, I don't have more.
That's good. Okay, what you got, Lisa?
Well, I've been doing real estate for about 8 years. I retired from teaching high school in Aiken County after 28 years, and I just fantasized about becoming a real estate agent, and it certainly lived up to the dream. So I have been doing real estate for 8 years, and I really love meeting new people and especially showing off our beautiful town of Aiken.
Sure. Now, let me just ask this. High school students versus real estate clients?
Adults.
All day long? Okay.
Although I love my students.
Yes.
I did,
well,
but it is easy working with
teachers
adults.
are saints. I tell you what. Yeah.
I had some great students. I'm feeling a little guilty.
No, that's okay. As a mother with children, I will give all the supplies, all the money, all the gifts to teachers because you guys are a dime a dozen. So I'm glad that you guys are joining us. And again, with such different backgrounds, I think that's what makes our site team so interesting because there is a connection with anybody that comes in the door, whether you're an agent or whether you are a potential buyer. We are excited to serve you. So let's talk a little bit about Miller Landing. Tell us where it's located and, kind of all that good stuff.
Miller Landing is located right off of Old Airport Road.
Okay.
Between Pine Log Road and Park Avenue, directly behind Citizens.
Perfect. Okay.
So you're basically 3 to 5 minutes from downtown, 5 to 10 minutes from all that the South Side has.
Yeah.
Shopping and
sure.
And convenient to everything.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Well, and it's kind of tucked back there a little bit. You wouldn't necessarily have known that this beautiful little piece of land was there for this development to come out of the ground. But now that it's there, it's almost, you forget that it hasn't been there this whole time. And I love that it's so close to Citizens Park. I mean, especially as this weather has started to change. Fingers crossed that it stays that way. Such a quick walk, walk the dog, walk stroller.
And Citizens Park has the trail that meanders through the whole park.
Yes.
They're getting ready to do the whole soccer park side of things.
Expansion, yeah.
You're literal walking distance from Good Girl Brewery.
Yeah,
off of
Mill. That's right. It's Friday. Yeah. That's the right time to talk about that.
And buy a golf cart to downtown Aiken for everything.
Well, and Aiken is such a walkable and just, enjoyable area to be able to do those kind of things. Bike, walk, stroller walk, dog walk, whatever it is. So again, I love that location because it is tucked away where you didn't really think there were houses. And now that they're there, new construction houses, at least. Tell us a little bit about, the average price range and what does that include for buyers?
Okay. Well, our townhomes are all 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath.
Okay.
We just had a great price reduction.
Oh,
really
good.
Excited about that.
Perfect.
So that is now, we're starting at $255,900. And then the larger townhomes are now $265,900.
Okay.
We are getting some new floor plans.
Oh, exciting.
Really
okay.
About. One is going to be 3 bedrooms, all upstairs, and that one's going to be starting in the 240s.
Okay.
And then we're also having single story, 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, and those will be starting in.
Okay, so literally there's a price range for everybody that's looking for a townhome. I do feel like, again, townhomes, there's a differentiation there that townhomes are really for anybody. You guys have probably seen a lot of different styles of traffic, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But what makes this neighborhood unique? If I'm listening and there's other neighborhoods around, resale homes, there's other beautiful neighborhoods that are coming out of the ground. What makes Miller Landing unique compared to others?
Well, the main thing that makes them unique is that they are really high-end luxury builds.
Okay.
We have coffered ceilings, extensive molding throughout. PlanDwell Builder is a local builder, PlanDwell Homes, and they they build quality.
That's right.
They, instead of having to pay extra for a security, privacy fence, that's standard. Blinds are standard.
Okay.
They're also has a builder incentive of
$7,500.
Wow, $7,500. Okay.
Yeah, so you could use part as closing costs, part to buy down a rate.
Okay.
Which is a big
and
deal.
that's for the buyer, right? That's
for the
not to be
buyer.
confused.
That's for the buyer.
It's a buyer
And then
incentive.
with that, you also, with Maybon Mortgage,
Yeah,
they give
you
a
got that
1%
preferred lender.
buyer credit on that. And then the neighborhood itself, because of where it's tucked
Sure.
and the way that they've developed it with sidewalks.
Yep.
We're going to have street lights. 2026, we're going to have a neighborhood pavilion.
Yeah.
And a dog park.
Yeah.
So you kind of got the best of both worlds for
Right.
younger families, mid-size that are downsizing, and retirees who don't want a lot of upkeep.
Yeah.
And we've seen all age groups.
Well, and I guess that's, again, you talk about, what's kind of the ideal demographic or the ideal homeowner. I mean, that kind of runs the gamut, right? Because at any stage of life, and that's why I think townhomes have become so increasingly popular in this last, let's just call it 5 to 8 years. And you're seeing more of those because they really do run the gamut of potential, right? So fresh out of college, newlyweds, and then all the way to those retirees that still love Aiken, but don't want an acre lot anymore. Don't want to have all the upkeep, of a 35 to 4,000 square foot house that maybe they've had for 20 years, but yet still feel the proximity that they like, still feel that newness. And Joe and Joseph and their whole team, PlanDwell just knocks it out of the park. We love working with them. And I know you guys have enjoyed selling their products because it is just beautiful. Tell us a little bit about outside of, maybe what's inside the house. What else are residents loving, or what are the buyers saying when they come to site? What is appealing to them?
I think number one is the convenience.
Okay. Yeah,
of
sure.
everything, especially with Aiken being a big horse
community
with Bruce's Field and the Polo Field.
Right.
And, which is right across Richland Avenue.
Yeah.
Where we're at. And then just the finishes.
Yeah.
At the price point that we're at. And I personally live in a PlanDwell home. And it's as close. I've always said it's as custom.
And that's right. That's right. Well, and I think, again, for residents that are looking maybe to be able to make it a custom feel, this is as close as they're going to get. Now, what if a home is not built yet? I know we have another phase coming. How much can they change, or what does that design process look like?
We haven't gotten into that yet.
Okay.
I do know that they're going to allow for some lot reservations.
Okay.
Joseph told me that.
Yeah.
PlanDwell is to not be a cyclic builder. They're very detail oriented in what they do.
Okay.
Before they start, they've already made their.
Yes.
So
okay.
Depending on where they're at in that process.
Right.
I think that would tell what changes.
Yeah.
But potentially they do have choice of tile floor.
Sure.
Top color of the bathroom.
Yeah.
The kitchen.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's just a good, thing. A lot of buyers don't know, we don't know what we don't know. And a lot of buyers don't know moving into a new construction neighborhood. What does that mean? Does that mean they can ask for certain things? And I think it's important for us to differentiate also for them. At what stage is it appropriate to say, hey, I want to change the cabinet colors? And a day before closing, once the house is finished, is not that day, right?
That's not that day.
Joe might say no on that one. But, again, I know Joe and his team well enough, and know you guys want to work as closely with these buyers as you can. Anything that we can do to make it their own home. But I do feel like the finishes that he's chosen, the upgrades, without even having to call them upgrades, just his standard stuff that he puts in the homes are above and beyond, what most quote unquote builders, product builders, whatever you want to call new homes builders, might put in there. So I think there's a difference between Maybon New Homes neighborhood and some of the other new homes neighborhoods.
In this price point, you normally don't see a staircase.
Yes, for sure.
Literal
you usually
builders
see
put carpet on stairs, and one doesn't have that.
Right.
Stairs.
Which is so nice. All right, talk to me a little bit about if I live in Miller Landing and I want to go to the grocery store. What's my closest grocery store? Or you said we're decently close to downtown, a couple minutes away. Tell me maybe what a normal weekend might look like. How close am I to things, and where am I going to be going?
I think the first thing we need to do is go to the farmer's market.
I love it. Okay, how close is that?
Probably 3 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
It's very, very close.
Super fast.
We have fantastic restaurants downtown Aiken, Park Avenue, really
Yes.
to get some new great ones. Lawrence
Okay.
Street, great shopping.
Sure.
During the summer, you have Amp at the Alley.
I
on
just went
Thursday.
to downtown
Yeah.
Aiken last night. Every Thursday night, they've got a
Okay.
band.
Yeah.
And a crowd.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're right there by Hemlock Road. You got Kroger, Fresh Market.
Okay.
Downtown, the stores there.
Yeah.
You got Target on the south side, Home Depot.
Well, there you go. You had me sold at Target.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, you're right
you
there
could
by
stop
everything.
at Target because
We're 5
I can
minutes
get
from
everything.
Kroger.
There you go. I can get everything for my family at Target.
Mm-hmm.
What about schools? If I have small children, what schools would Miller Landing go to?
They are Aiken Elementary,
Okay.
Schofield Middle,
Okay.
and South Aiken High.
Kennedy is Schofield is for the sixth graders.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then
And
Kennedy.
Okay.
For Kennedy.
Yeah.
And then it's South Aiken.
South
And
Aiken.
those two schools are 3 minutes down the road.
Yeah, you pass South Aiken depending on which way you're coming from, and that's such a big draw because I know that school rigor is so great. So outside of where we're at right now, how many total units are we going to have either in this phase or all together? If you guys know,
Altogether, it now because they've pivoted in doing the pool
Okay.
and the dog park. Now I believe down to 160.
okay,
But for the pool area, for
gotcha.
that,
And that's a mix of, you said some 2 bedrooms, some 3 bedrooms.
Mhm.
The 3 bedrooms are our largest, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What's our square footage? The smallest to the biggest. What does that look like?
The new plan, the 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1 levels, 1,039 square feet.
Okay.
The 3 2s that be in the 240 are 13.
Okay. Okay.
The Belmont plan that we have on the ground now, ready to close, 3 2.5 with all bedrooms up, and those have 15
Okay.
mid 1,500 square foot range, and then Durham, which has the primary down and 2 bedrooms up,
Yep.
are 1,708 to 17.
Okay. So those are the biggest. So we
Yeah.
top out around 1,700.
All of them have single car garages,
Okay.
front porches, back porches, fenced backyards.
Right.
It's
It's ready.
living. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ready to go. Speaking of easy living, if you had to describe your neighborhood in a couple words, and I'll let you guys ping back and forth however you want to do that, but what comes to mind with Miller Landing? You guys are out there every day, ready to see buyers at any point from 1 to 5 every single day. What kind of pops to mind as far as some words to describe Miller Landing?
Convenience.
Okay,
Quality.
I like that. Yeah,
And then just the lifestyle.
yeah.
Carefree.
Right. Well, and I mean, again, everything's right there.
Yep.
You know, that is the beauty of townhome living, but also convenience in that townhome living, and coupled with quality of the builder. I'm excited about these new styles we've got coming. Obviously, the price points are going to fit even more of our buyers out in the community. We have a lot of people moving to Aiken from out of town, and a lot of them are moving and looking to downsize. So it's a great opportunity for them to get a brand new build without feeling like they are going to be, on the higher end of their budgets. We want them to feel like they can live here for as long as they can, as long as they would like, without feeling like they need more space, but also, just have some easy living. So we are excited about Miller Landing. We encourage you to come see the site team between 1 and 5, like I said, any day of the week. Follow along, follow in the caption. We'll post and tag all the available listings as well as what's coming out of the ground. And we'll see you next time on the Maybom New Homes Blueprint.